getting to where it clicks in your trading. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. G'day traders, back in Bali, Club Med Bali at Indonesia. As you can see, early morning here, I don't know, 6:30, quarter to 7. Things are pretty quiet. In a few hours it'll heat up again and get pretty crazy. So far a great holiday, beautiful place, lovely people. The Balinese are just fantastic. So today we're going to talk about getting to where it clicks for you in your trading. And I talked about coming up here, taking some time out, reflecting on the past few months, getting in the habit of taking some breaks, rewarding yourself, reflecting on what you've done well, where you could improve. And today we're going to talk about getting to where it clicks in your trading. So there's a couple of things, and a lot of the trading mistakes that I made over the years involved a lot of emotional, impulsive, irrational type decisions because I was worried about the outcome of the trades. And one of the things that Mark Douglas talks about in his books is focusing on the one thing that you can control, and that is yourself. And getting to where it clicks obviously comes from experience, comes from experiencing different market conditions. It comes from experiencing the different challenges that different market conditions will throw at you, pattern recognitions, your comfort level as a trader in terms of the markets, the time frames, the volatility, the instruments that you want to trade. And I talked about my experience, like, you know, I've had some excellent instruction, but I have to say that probably the most profound impact I had was just going over. I've had Peter Brandt's books for years, but I listened to a lot of his podcasts and his interviews, and I reread his books, and all of a sudden one day the penny dropped with some very simple basic concepts that I'd paid lip service to for years, but I actually hadn't really practically implemented them into my trading. And that's what you need to get to in your trading. It's implementation on a daily basis. And the two things that really I think skyrocketed my results were number one, understanding. I also should give credit to Brent Penfold, becoming a great loser. But with Peter Brandt, that concept really hit home because I didn't understand asymmetrical risk reward. Now, I read Schabacher's book upon Peter's recommendation. All the instruction I had was similar in terms of the technical side of things, but the mindset shift of understanding that my returns on my trades had to outweigh my losers 3, 4, 5 to 1. I love him. Paul Tudor Jones, 5 to 1. But when I had a strategy that melded with that, practically, you know, I talk about my hourly system. My end of day is exactly the same. Breakout trading, 3 types of breakouts. Breakouts that fill more orders and continue. Breakouts that break out, reverse, and then move quickly to the other side of the range. False breaks or marginal new highs, marginal new lows. And then, of course, breakouts that fail and reverse and go into a trading range. So when I understood that, and I was able to identify that I could have a 1 hour or one hour risk and a 3 or a 4 or a 5 hour return on that strategy, that's when it made it simpler, easier to take losers, easy to get out of a losing trade, knowing where the trade was wrong and just getting out. You know, there's still days that are challenging when it's frustrating to take a loss, but trading is simply placing orders, managing your risk. And then there's another little challenge with that. And the second part, number one, obviously, Ed Seykota, all the great traders talk about this: cut your losses, cut your losses, cut your losses. But the next part of it is learning how to ride your winners and learning how to take money off the table. You know, learning to take a profit. Bill McLaren, one of the big things he talked about, one of the conversations he had when he was a younger trader, he called this gentleman who was a mentor to him, and the guy looked at his trades, and he said, you know, Bill McLaren asked him, where can I improve? And he said, you know, he picked up the phone and he said, learn to take a profit, and he hung up on him. So cutting losses is critical, but also learning how to take a profit. So you need to identify at some point, just keep sharpening the edge, but eventually, if you simplify and you keep working on this, there's going to be a click, a penny dropping moment. And when that happens, trading gets easier and easier and easier, because now all of a sudden you've got your edge, you've got your pattern recognition, or however you're trading. Cutting losses is easy, and riding your winners gets easier as well. So as I talk about, get my 7-step daily routine for high performance traders, what I haven't mentioned in the last few videos is that at the end of each video, take a few minutes and do the homework yourself. Where do you need to improve? Where's your vision? How could you reshape your vision? What are your goals? How could you sharpen your edge? Where can you improve your mindset? You know, it's really simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. And the hard part is getting in that daily habits of doing the work every single day that will ensure that you're moving in a direction of constant progress, which brings me to point number 3 for today. Make sure you stay in the game long enough so that you get the penny dropping moment. Don't blow yourself up. Don't get angry. Don't try to take revenge on the market. I can tell you from experience how that's going to end. It's not good. And the worst part of that is when you take those trades, or when you do something that emotionally is going to destroy you. It's your psychological capital. That's where you're going to get crippled. That's where you're going to end up doing damage that it gets harder and harder to keep coming back from. You know, the last, probably about 2 years ago, I wanted to throw in the towel. I knew I wouldn't, but it gets emotionally draining, and you have to keep everything in perspective, but you also can't put pressure on yourself that's unrealistic. You have to match your abilities to your skill level in the market, and keep building on it. Trading mastery is not a destination, traders, it's a journey. And I can assure you, if you keep moving in a direction of constant progress, pennies are going to keep dropping for you, and doors are going to keep opening, and your results are going to keep showing up in your trading account. So hopefully you got some value out of today's video. Keep working on your skills, keep looking at improving yourself, and when things click, move forward, and may the markets go with you. Have a great week.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.